Kawasaki GPZ. $3,500. Cherry Hill, New Jersey, United States. This 1982 Kawasaki GPZ is a rare opportunity to own a low-mileage example of one of Kawasaki's most important early sport-oriented motorcycles, presented in remarkably preserved condition after spending decades in storage. Showing just 8,346 miles, this bike represents a snapshot of early 1980s performance design, a period when manufacturers were transitioning from classic UJMs into sharper, more aggressive machines that would eventually define the modern sport bike era. The GPZ line played a major role in that evolution, and this example captures that history in a very authentic way. What makes this particular motorcycle especially appealing is its long-term storage history. Having been stored for approximately 35 years, the bike avoided the wear and tear that many regularly ridden machines accumulate over time. As a result, it retains the character and feel of a lightly used original, rather than a tired high-mileage survivor. Long-term storage bikes can be risky if not properly recommissioned, but in this case, the seller has already completed a comprehensive service to ensure the motorcycle is ready to ride and enjoy. Mechanically, significant work has been done to bring this GPZ back to proper running condition. The carburetors have been fully overhauled, which is essential for any vintage Japanese motorcycle that has been sitting for extended periods. A new battery has been installed, along with a new drive chain and rear sprocket, ensuring reliable power delivery. The ignition system has been addressed with a new ignition switch, while routine service items such as spark plugs, oil, and oil filter have all been replaced. A new front tire has also been fitted, adding both safety and confidence for the next owner. The engine and transmission combination reflects Kawasaki's engineering strengths of the era. Known for building strong, high-revving motors, Kawasaki gave the GPZ a lively personality that appealed to riders who wanted more excitement than standard commuter bikes could offer. Paired with a manual transmission, this setup delivers a direct and engaging riding experience that many enthusiasts still seek today. With such low mileage and recent servicing, this example offers the promise of many enjoyable miles ahead. Cosmetically, the red exterior finish highlights the sharp, angular styling that defined early 1980s performance motorcycles. This was a time when bold colors and aggressive lines were becoming more prominent, and the GPZ stood out as a bike that looked fast even when parked. While not described as a full concours restoration, the overall presentation reflects careful preservation rather than heavy modification, which is often preferred by collectors and purists. The inclusion of an old owner's card further enhances the bike's sense of history and originality, adding a personal touch that connects the machine to its past. From a collector's standpoint, early GPZ models are becoming increasingly appreciated as important stepping stones in Kawasaki's sport bike lineage. While later Ninja models often receive the spotlight, the GPZ series laid much of the groundwork in terms of performance focus and styling direction. Low-mileage, well-documented examples like this one are becoming harder to find, particularly at an accessible price point. This makes the bike appealing not only as a rider, but also as a potential long-term collectible. Practical ownership is another strong point here. Unlike some rare vintage motorcycles that are difficult to maintain or source parts for, the Kawasaki GPZ benefits from a strong aftermarket and shared components with other models of the era. This makes routine maintenance and future servicing relatively straightforward, even for owners who prefer to do their own work. The recent servicing already completed further reduces the immediate costs and effort required after purchase. The bike is offered with a good New York title, providing peace of mind for registration and ownership transfer. Although the listing references Cherry Hill, New Jersey, the motorcycle itself is located in Reading, Pennsylvania, which is an important detail for prospective buyers planning inspection or pickup. The seller encourages interested parties to call or message for more information, suggesting openness and transparency about the bike's condition and history. At an asking price of $3,500, this 1982 Kawasaki GPZ represents strong value in today's vintage motorcycle market. Considering the extremely low mileage, extensive recent service, long-term storage history, and growing interest in early sport-oriented Japanese motorcycles, The price is well aligned with both its condition and its potential. It offers an affordable entry into classic sport bike ownership without the uncertainty often associated with neglected or incomplete projects. Overall, this 1982 Kawasaki GPZ stands out as a well-preserved, thoughtfully recommissioned vintage motorcycle that bridges the gap between classic and modern performance design. For riders seeking a distinctive machine with real historical significance, or collectors looking for an honest, low-mileage example of an increasingly appreciated model, this GPZ offers a compelling combination of originality, usability, and value. 1960 Cushman Husky. $6,000. Dover, Pennsylvania, United States. This 1960 Cushman Husky represents a true piece of American motorized history, restored with care and respect for its original character while remaining fully usable and enjoyable today. Cushman scooters were an important part of post-war American transportation, offering simple, rugged, and affordable mobility at a time when practicality mattered as much as style. The Husky model in particular was known for its durability and utility-inspired design, making it popular with both civilian riders and commercial users. Today, surviving examples like this one are increasingly hard to find, especially in professionally restored condition. This scooter has undergone a professional restoration that focused on returning it as close as possible to its original factory appearance and mechanical specification. The result is a machine that looks period correct while benefiting from the attention to detail that only a thorough restoration can provide. The finish presents clean and authentic vintage styling, capturing the unmistakable look that made Cushman scooters iconic in the late 1950s and early 1960s. Every visual element contributes to a cohesive, classic presentation that feels appropriate for shows, collections, or relaxed weekend rides. Power comes from the Cushman Husky single-cylinder engine, a simple and robust design that helped build the brand's reputation for reliability. These engines were engineered to be easy to maintain and dependable over long periods of use, qualities that still appeal to vintage enthusiasts today. With low mileage since the restoration, this scooter offers the reassurance that the mechanical components have not been heavily stressed and are still in excellent condition. It runs and rides smoothly, delivering a riding experience that is engaging, nostalgic, and surprisingly capable for its size and era. One of the strongest aspects of this 1960 Cushman Husky is its dual appeal as both a collectible and a functional vintage vehicle. Many restored scooters are treated as static display pieces, but this example is described as road-ready, meaning it can be enjoyed beyond the confines of a garage or showroom. Whether it is ridden to local events, displayed at classic motorcycle shows, or used for casual cruising, it provides versatility that adds real value for the next owner. From a collector's perspective, originality and restoration quality are critical factors, and this scooter checks both boxes. The restoration respects the original design language rather than modernizing or over-customizing the scooter. This approach helps preserve historical accuracy, which is especially important as Cushman scooters continue to gain recognition and appreciation in the vintage vehicle community. As fewer clean examples remain on the market, well-restored Huskies have become increasingly desirable, not just as nostalgic curiosities but as legitimate collectibles. The riding experience of a Cushman Husky is unique and charming, offering a direct mechanical feel that modern scooters and motorcycles simply cannot replicate. The lightweight construction, straightforward controls, and distinctive engine character create an engaging connection between rider and machine. It is not about speed or cutting-edge performance, but about enjoying the simplicity and personality of a bygone era. This makes it particularly appealing to enthusiasts who appreciate vintage engineering and the slower, more deliberate pace of classic riding. Aesthetically, the scooter is a guaranteed conversation starter. Its compact proportions, classic lines, and unmistakable American design draw attention wherever it goes. Whether parked at a show, featured in a private collection, or ridden through town, it stands out as something different in a world dominated by modern, mass-produced machines. That visual appeal is a major part of the Cushman legacy and one of the reasons these scooters remain so beloved decades later. Priced at $6,000, this 1960 Cushman Husky represents a fair and accessible entry point into the world of vintage American scooters. Considering the cost and effort involved in a professional restoration, along with the increasing rarity of clean examples, the asking price reflects both its condition and its collectible status. The seller notes that there are no trades and that serious buyers are preferred, suggesting a straightforward sale for someone who understands the value of what is being offered. Located in the Dover, Pennsylvania area, this Cushman Husky is available for inspection by interested buyers who want to see the quality of the restoration firsthand. Overall, this scooter offers a compelling combination of historical significance, visual appeal, mechanical simplicity, and usability. For collectors, enthusiasts, or anyone seeking an authentic piece of American two-wheeled history, this 1960 Cushman Husky stands as an excellent opportunity to own and enjoy a true classic. 96 Harley-Davidson Springer. $6,900. Beckley, West Virginia, United States. This 1996 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail is a clean and well-maintained example of one of Harley's most iconic front-end designs, offering classic styling combined with reliable mechanical condition. Showing approximately 19,700 miles, this bike has been responsibly ridden and properly cared for, making it an excellent option for riders or collectors who appreciate the timeless appeal of a Springer without the headaches of a neglected project. The motorcycle is described as being in excellent mechanical condition, meaning it is ready to ride and enjoy without immediate major work. The Springer front end is the centerpiece of this bike's character, delivering unmistakable old-school Harley-Davidson style with its exposed springs and traditional geometry. This design not only sets it apart visually from standard Softail models but also connects directly to Harley's heritage, making Springers increasingly desirable among enthusiasts. Finished in black, the bike carries a classic and understated look that suits the Springer platform perfectly, emphasizing chrome and mechanical details rather than flashy colors. Mechanically, this Springer Softail has received several thoughtful upgrades that enhance both performance and ride quality. It is equipped with an Andrews 27 cam, a popular choice among Harley riders for improving low to mid-range torque while maintaining smooth street manners. This camshaft upgrade gives the bike a stronger pull and a more responsive feel without sacrificing reliability or everyday usability. High-flow mufflers further complement the setup, allowing the engine to breathe better and deliver a deeper, more authoritative exhaust note while still remaining suitable for street riding. The bike has recently had new fluids installed, indicating ongoing maintenance and attention to detail from the current owner. Everything on the motorcycle is reported to be working properly, which is an important factor for a nearly 3-decade-old Harley. This suggests that electrical components, controls, and mechanical systems have been kept in good order rather than ignored or patched together. The transmission is manual, offering the traditional Harley riding experience that many enthusiasts prefer. Comfort and ergonomics have also been addressed with quality aftermarket parts. A Lepra Cobra seat is fitted, known for its combination of classic looks and improved rider comfort compared to stock seats. This makes the bike more enjoyable for longer rides while maintaining a clean, custom appearance. TC Brothers Ape hanger handlebars have been installed, with the wiring run internally through the bars for a clean and professional look. This not only improves the bike's stance and rider position but also enhances the overall visual presentation by eliminating exposed wiring. Cosmetically, the bike presents very well overall, especially considering its age. There is a small dent on the left fuel tank, which is honestly disclosed by the seller. This minor imperfection does not detract significantly from the bike's overall appeal and may even add a bit of character for riders who appreciate originality over perfection. Aside from that, the bike is described as clean and well kept, with no major cosmetic issues mentioned. From a maintenance perspective, the bike needs very little. The seller notes that tires will be needed in approximately another 1,500 miles, which is a normal wear item and allows the next owner to choose their preferred brand or style. Other than that, the motorcycle is said to need nothing, making it a turnkey option for someone who wants to ride immediately rather than spend time and money sorting out issues. Priced at $6,900, this 1996 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail is positioned very competitively in today's market, especially given its condition, upgrades, and the increasing demand for Springer models. The seller has priced it to sell and is clear that no trades are being considered, indicating a straightforward cash sale. Located in Beckley, West Virginia, this bike is available for serious buyers who are looking for a clean, mechanically sound Springer that can be enjoyed on the road rather than sitting unfinished in a garage. Overall, this 1996 Springer Softail offers a strong combination of classic Harley-Davidson styling, tasteful performance upgrades, and honest condition. With its iconic front end, solid mechanical health, and reasonable asking price, it represents an excellent opportunity for riders who want a genuine Springer experience without paying premium collector price. Suzuki GS 850. $3,000 US. Wyandotte, Michigan, United States. This 1979 Suzuki GS 850 is a unique and character-filled motorcycle that has been thoughtfully styled to resemble a classic MASH military bike, blending late 1970s Japanese engineering with iconic wartime visual cues. The result is a machine that immediately stands out from standard vintage restorations, appealing to riders and collectors who appreciate creative builds with historical inspiration. While the GS 850 is well known for its reliability and smooth inline-4 performance, this example adds an entirely different personality through its military-themed presentation and sidecar-style aesthetic. Originally, the Suzuki GS 850 was respected for its strong and durable engine, capable of delivering smooth power and long-distance comfort. The inline-4 configuration provides a refined riding experience that contrasts interestingly with the rugged, utilitarian look of this MASH-inspired build. This combination makes the bike both visually striking and mechanically solid, offering the charm of a themed custom without sacrificing the dependable nature that made Suzuki's GS series so popular in its era. Visually, the military-inspired styling is the centerpiece of this motorcycle. Finished in a flat olive drab tone, the bike carries markings and details reminiscent of classic Army medical and support vehicles, evoking the unmistakable MASH look that many enthusiasts recognize instantly. The addition of the sidecar-style setup further reinforces this theme, transforming the bike into a rolling tribute to a specific moment in pop culture and military history. Whether parked at a show or ridden around town, this Suzuki draws attention and sparks conversation wherever it goes. Mechanically, the bike is described as being in good used condition, with recent work performed on the carburetors. 3 new carburetors have been installed, which is a significant investment and an important step toward reliable performance. However, the seller notes that the carburetors will still need to be properly tuned. For an enthusiast familiar with classic motorcycles, this is a manageable and expected task, especially considering the age of the bike and the nature of vintage fuel systems. Once tuned correctly, the GS 850 engine is known to be smooth, responsive, and enjoyable to ride. The GS 850 platform itself is a strong foundation for custom builds. Suzuki engineered these bikes to be robust and versatile, with engines capable of high mileage when properly maintained. This makes the motorcycle suitable not only as a visual showpiece but also as a functional rider once the final tuning is completed. It is not uncommon for GS series bikes to continue running reliably decades after their production, and this example benefits from that reputation. From a usability standpoint, this bike offers flexibility depending on the buyer's goals. It can serve as a fun weekend rider, a parade or event bike, or a display piece for collectors who enjoy themed motorcycles. The MASH-inspired design gives it novelty value, while the underlying Suzuki mechanics keep it grounded as a real, usable machine rather than a purely decorative build. This balance is often difficult to achieve, which adds to the appeal of this particular example. The asking price of $3,000 reflects both the bike's condition and its custom nature. For a vintage inline-4 motorcycle with recent carburetor work and a distinctive custom theme, this price point is accessible, especially for buyers looking for something different from standard cafe racers or stock restorations. It also leaves room in the budget for the necessary carb tuning and any additional fine-tuning the next owner may wish to perform. The seller is clear about the terms of sale, stating that the transaction is cash only and that no trades are accepted. This suggests a straightforward sale process aimed at serious buyers who understand the nature of vintage motorcycles and custom builds. The bike has been listed for several weeks, which may provide an opportunity for interested buyers to inspect it carefully and plan for the minor work required before regular riding. Located in Wyandotte, Michigan, this 1979 Suzuki GS 850 is available for local pickup and inspection. Seeing the bike in person would allow a potential buyer to fully appreciate the quality of the build, the details of the military-inspired styling, and the overall condition of the motorcycle. For fans of vintage Japanese bikes, MASH aesthetics, or simply unique motorcycles that stand apart from the crowd, this Suzuki represents a compelling and affordable option. Overall, this 1979 Suzuki GS 850 offers a rare blend of classic Japanese engineering, creative custom styling, and approachable ownership costs. With a bit of carburetor tuning, it has the potential to be both a reliable rider and a standout visual piece. For enthusiasts seeking a motorcycle with personality, history-inspired design, and solid mechanical roots, this GS 850 delivers a distinctive experience that is increasingly hard to find in today's market. For Harley-Davidson Springer, $6,500. Cincinnati, Ohio, United States. This 1994 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail is a classic Evo-powered motorcycle that blends unmistakable old-school Harley styling with practical upgrades, making it a solid choice for riders who want a true Springer experience at an accessible price point. Showing 41,886 miles, this bike reflects real-world use rather than garage-only storage, yet it has been maintained well enough to remain fully ride-ready. The seller notes a recent price reduction, making this an even more attractive opportunity for someone looking to own a genuine Springer Softail without stepping into collector-level pricing. At the heart of this motorcycle is the legendary Evolution engine, paired with a 5-speed transmission. The Evo motor is widely respected for its durability, simplicity, and classic Harley-Davidson character, offering strong torque, a distinctive sound, and easier maintenance compared to earlier generations. This drivetrain combination makes the bike enjoyable for cruising, backroad rides, and weekend use while still delivering the mechanical feel that many riders prefer over newer, more computerized models. Visually, the Springer front end is the defining feature of this motorcycle. With its exposed springs and traditional geometry, it immediately sets the bike apart from standard Softails and modern cruisers. The black exterior finish keeps the look timeless and aggressive, allowing the chrome and mechanical details of the Springer setup to stand out. The bike also features custom paint, adding individuality and character while reinforcing that this is not a stock, cookie-cutter Harley. Ergonomics and comfort have been addressed with thoughtful upgrades. The bike is equipped with 12-inch handlebars, giving it a commanding stance and a comfortable riding position that suits both shorter and taller riders depending on preference. A seat and back pad sourced from a heritage Softail provide improved comfort for longer rides, especially for riders who want more support than a minimalist solo seat can offer. These touches make the bike practical for real riding, not just short trips around town. Mechanically, this Springer Softail is described as ride-ready, which is a significant advantage for buyers who want to avoid immediate repairs or sorting issues. A new battery has been installed, ensuring reliable starts and dependable electrical performance. The bike also sits on newer Metzeler tires with less than 300 miles of use, meaning one of the most important safety and maintenance items has already been taken care of. This alone adds value and peace of mind for the next owner. The seller mentions that the motorcycle has lots of upgrades, and that there is simply too much to list in detail. While specifics beyond the major items are not fully enumerated, this typically suggests a combination of functional and cosmetic improvements accumulated over time, rather than a single rushed modification phase. The owner notes that they purchased a new bike in 2021 and have only ridden this Springer a few times per year since then, which helps explain both the good condition and the decision to sell. From a usability standpoint, this bike represents a balanced option. It is not positioned as a museum-quality restoration, but rather as a solid, honest Springer that can be ridden regularly and enjoyed without constant worry. The mileage, while higher than some show bikes, is well within the normal range for an Evo-powered Harley and should not be a concern given proper maintenance. In fact, many experienced riders prefer bikes that have been consistently used rather than sitting idle for long periods. The asking price of $6,500 or best offer places this 1994 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail in a very competitive spot in the current market. Genuine Springer models have become increasingly desirable, especially as Harley-Davidson discontinued factory Springers years ago. This has driven steady interest from riders and collectors alike, making well-priced examples like this one harder to find. The seller is clear about the terms of the sale, stating that there are no trades and that inquiries asking "Is this still available?" will not receive a response, signaling a preference for serious buyers only. Located in Cincinnati, Ohio, this motorcycle is available for local inspection and purchase, which is always a benefit when buying a used bike. Overall, this 1994 Harley-Davidson Springer Softail offers classic Harley heritage, proven Evo reliability, tasteful customization, and immediate rideability at a fair price. For anyone seeking an authentic Springer experience with character, history, and real-world usability, this bike stands out as a strong and practical option.